Hey, and welcome to episode 1 of The Journal. I'm your host, Deb Alfred.
And I am Chris Excande. Today you're in for a very exciting program as we take a look at the world of video games and learn how to maximize our high-def movie watching experience.
But that's not all. We get to follow an up-and-coming baseball team, profile the lives of two interesting individuals, and we'll find out what the deal is with homeschooling.
And don't forget about our special guest.
How can I?
Yeah, we have a live performance from an up-and-coming rapper, Farbood Arabi, a.k.a. Happy Face Killer.
That's the part that you're totally looking forward to.
Yes, I am. Yes. So.
Awesome. Sorry. But first, I have a question for you.
Sure.
How'd you feel if your teacher was your mom?
Well, I would rip my eyes out.
I don't think I'd go to that extreme as you would, but thousands of parents homeschool their kids every year. So I decided to grab my school supplies and head back to class. With the rise in violence, bullying, and lack of teachers within the school system, many parents have become wary of sending their children to school. In today's society, what are the alternatives to the more traditional education system? For Shelley Ryan, one of those alternatives was to homeschool her son, Sebastian.
I decided to homeschool Sebastian because I didn't like the school environment. I wasn't fond of any of his teachers, and honestly, Sebastian didn't like the teachers himself. He had a lot of run-ins with bullies. I went to the Durham Board of Education and I downloaded their curriculum expectations for each grade. And from there, I took those expectations and I went online and I printed out all the information, all the worksheets that I needed for Sebastian to homeschool him. If you look at when children come home, when you look at the work that they receive from school, a great deal of it is printed from online websites. Most of my family was very supportive, including both my older sisters, and both of them said the exact same thing, that they wished that they had homeschooled their kids. The main opposition I encountered were people who said that, well, he's not going to be around other kids, he's not going to be socialized, he's going to grow up, people insinuated that he was going to grow up to be retarded because he wasn't around other children, but I found the exact opposite. He was able to enjoy his neighborhood all day long. He met many different people, many ages, and he did make many friends by going to the park himself and through extracurricular activities. The biggest comment I get from other adults is that he's very mature and well-spoken for his age. When we first started homeschooling, we'd start a regular school day. We'd get up, we'd get dressed, we'd have breakfast, and by 9 o'clock we would start, and we would go till about 11:30, and then break and have lunch, and then usually in the afternoon we'd either go outside or go somewhere. We did shopping. I integrated a lot of my household duties into his learning. For example, going grocery shopping might take another 2 hours, but then he was responsible for adding up prices and helping me shop and learn about things like that. But then when the baby came along, I found it harder. I would just fit in schooling where I could. So sometimes we'd be doing lessons at 7 in the morning, and sometimes we'd be doing them at 9 o'clock at night. I think we developed a closer bond, and I think he appreciated the fact that I stuck up for him and I pulled him out of the school system when I realized that he wasn't thriving or not doing very well. So I think his confidence in me helping him out of situations like that is improved a lot.
Homeschooling doesn't just provide an education. It also offers more quality family time and peace of mind for the parents. In Sebastian's case, homeschooling provided him with more self-esteem and self-confidence. And in most cases, that's the best education of all. I'm Deborah Alford reporting. Hey, and welcome back to the Journal, folks.
Now, Deb, I have a confession to make.
What?
I, Chris Excande, was homeschooled.
Really?
It's true. Back in the day, I was homeschooled and I hated it to this day.
Why?
Well, I remember like the kids were making fun of me and I hated my teacher. She was making fun of me. We didn't get any recess.
Seriously? How many kids did your mom homeschool?
Deux. That's two in French. It's just me and my brother. It was intense.
Oh boy. But you're going to be okay now, right?
I'll be okay. I'll be all
Okay.
right.
Glad to hear. Now I'm going to introduce a piece called A Day in the Life of, where we get to profile unique individuals doing exciting, interesting, and inspiring things. Ju Hui has a story about a Vietnamese refugee, while Glenn Tanyajaja takes us deeper into the life of a music producer. Let's take a look.
26 years ago, 16-year-old Sam became a refugee because of the Vietnam-China War.
This is not a choice we want to make at that time.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Why? It's just because
like we were saying that from yesterday.
the thing happened between the country, between China and Vietnam.
Sam finally got to Canada with his parents via Hong Kong.
When we in the refugee camp in Hong Kong, and we become a refugee at that time, and then there are a lot of country go to refugee camp, and they want to take care of us. So they asked us to fill out the form. So we have allowed to pick, like you can choose other country. So I think my father put down United States, Australia, and Canada. And it's very funny at that time. I don't even know where's Canada. We never heard about it. Yeah, but Canada picked us first. So we say, oh, that's very good because I don't want to stay in the refugee camp.
Wow. At first, we have a very tough life because we came here with nothing.
Sam moved to Chinatown like many refugees. Sam thought that in Canada it would be easy to make money and become wealthy. The reality is that Sam's family had to work very hard every day just to afford basic family expenses. Sam contributed by working as a laborer for almost 3 years.
So I just moved to Chinatown with my friend from Oakville. So I moved with my friend, and he's a single too. He's 1 year older than me. So both of us, we find a job at a grocery store. Yeah, so we just work there for 6 days a week.
Then one day, Sam's life changed forever. An old man, one of his customers, told him something he would never forget.
And why are you working here? Yeah. So I explained to him because I'm a refugee. I have I need the job to survive, right? He said, you know what? You're very young. You should go to school. And he told me, if you can take 3 to 5 years and you go to school, I'm guarantee you, if I still alive and I will see you in 5 years, and then I'm sure you will be different.
6 months later, Sam made a very important decision to go back to school. School life was very difficult for Sam because he didn't know anything about the education system in Toronto. He couldn't even speak English well, so he took ESL classes, and surprisingly, after completing high school, he went to Centennial College to study architecture design.
Because when we came to Canada, I know a lot of people. Most of the people just act like me. They take the decision to get a job right away. And from now and after that, I look back, I see, yeah, the school is helping me a lot. Because I learned better English. I get some education, so I get a better job. And it's easy to get a job if you get an education here.
Sam went on to do a variety of jobs after he graduated, like architecture drafting. As a real estate agent, he was the top-selling agent at a local company. In 2000, Sam decided to run his own business, Target Financial Incorporation. From a refugee to a professional financial expert, Sam has been on a long, hard road to success.
We knew each other when he was 11 years old, so we know like half of our life. So we understand each other very well. So whatever he do, I always support him. And try to make him successful.
It's not easy for every refugee to succeed in Canada's largest city. Sam knows that all too well. Today, he tries his best to help those who have the same challenges as he did. Like the multicultural city, his company is like a small United Nation. Sam always hires people with various ethnic backgrounds as his employees.
I am a refugee, so I need to respect other people too, from other ethnic, from whatever the country they come from. I think Canada is the one, yeah, it's like it that way, the way you describe it. Yeah, so that's why, and I love that way because I can learn different things from different culture, and it's very interesting to me. And because I love challenge myself, so I always want to learn different things. Yeah, yeah. And they teach me a lot.
In today's episode, we have the day in the life of an aspiring music producer named Alice Fernandez. He currently resides in Ajax, and today we will get to know a little bit more about him. So, Alistair, what inspired you to be a music producer?
Basically just been involved in music since a very young age. Started playing in church, took guitar lessons, and ever since then it's just evolved into joining bands and just a couple of DJ gigs and stuff, and then I decided try a hand at producing music.
Have you went to school for this?
Yeah, I did actually. Went to a school named Harris Institute for the Arts. They had a producing engineering program which I really didn't know about until a buddy of mine told me about it. So I went there. It was an 11-month kind of intensive course. Pretty much you learn the music industry as well as studio work. So went there, did my course, and then they had an exchange program with school in the UK. So kind of went there, got my degree, traveled a bit as well, and kind of explored different sounds and like the dance music scene they got there.
What is your favorite thing about being a music producer?
Probably the best thing is just being creative all the time and meeting new people, working with different kind of artists, from pop to rock to hip hop to dance to everything. So it's a great experience.
What motivates you to be a music producer?
Pretty much just be able to kind of live off music, pretty much making music every day, put out new sounds, put out some of the new artists they're working with, and kind of put Toronto on the map in the sense of urban electronica music.
Where do you plan on taking this career?
I plan on developing a lot of the artists that we work with, find new talent around the city, just kind of put out fresh music and be able to live off it.
Do you have any local artists that you're working with or plan on working with?
Yeah, currently we have a couple of guys that we work with, just local guys like Stephen Walters, City King, a couple of guys from the West End, but we plan on working on some guys like JDR, Set 2, Drake hopefully, and those kind of guys in the future.
Do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I play a couple. Started playing guitar at a young age, so that's kind of my primary instrument. Apart from that, play a little of the keys, a little bit in drums, and a little bass guitar as well.
When producing a beat, what do you usually use? Like, what are your weapons of choice?
My weapons of choice would be Logic Pro. That's my main composing suite right there. Usually just got a bunch of VSTs loaded up. My drum sounds kind of made from scratch and stuff like that. And pretty much just guitar, keyboard, whatever kind of fits the track. But all the sequencing and everything is done in Logic Pro.
Now that we know a lot more about Alistair, he's going to teach us the process of making a beat.
This current beat right here, I kind of laid it out. It was from the sample record that I said I would I use sometimes. So this is what the original samples sound like. It's just a basic piano type riff. Pretty basic. What I did was chopped it up in a program called Fatmatic Pro, which is basically right there. So basically when it all comes together, it's pretty simple. You can hear the full version of it right here.
Well, that's it for today. Alistair has a lot of things to do. I would like to thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
And we're back. Now, Deb, what do we have over here?
Well, this would be our brand new high-def HD DVD TV.
Now, what do you think it will look like to watch 300 or King Kong on one of these babies?
The words pretty and sweet come to mind.
Well, in order to get the ultimate high-def movie experience, you'll need to get the movie on either Blu-ray or HD DVD. And of course, you'll need the right DVD player for that.
What?
Just watch my consumer report, Deb, and pay attention.
Whatever.
There's a format war going on, and people are not aware of it. Blu-ray and HD DVDs have been duking it out the last couple of months, and it seems the war is far from over.
Blu-ray and HD DVDs are two different formats that serve high-quality video. They are considered the next generation format. Jonathan says just buying the DVDs itself is not enough.
But to get the full experience, the audio, that's where it is. The picture is one thing, but a lot of people have seen high definition. But to get the full real experience, you actually need to have proper audio, because that's the biggest thing. 60% of the experience is the audio, and that's the biggest thing that Blu-ray and HD DVDs bring to the experience. Right now, most people say that Blu-ray will win, simply because the format itself, it allows for more capacity. The only difference is that technically it's a little bit cheaper to make HD DVDs, so that's a plus side for some of the manufacturers. I personally want the HD DVDs to win because I don't like Sony's monopoly on everything. You know, they wanted Betamax to win, and now they want this format to win. I technically want HD to win, but I really think that Blu-ray will win it out in the end. But you never know.
Many movie titles now come out with either Blu-ray or HD DVD alongside the regular DVDs. Who is winning the battle for sales or rentals? Ryan, who works at a local video store, tells us how he sees it.
Blu-ray or HD? We'll say it's about almost the same, just because right now not many people know about it. We'll say split, just because half are with HD, it's something they know. Half are with Blu-ray, it's more something only certain people know about. So if they don't know about Blu-ray, obviously they're going to go to HD. So if anything, I'd say HD rents more just because it's more known than Blu-ray is.
Prices for Blu-ray and HD DVD are more expensive than regular DVDs. Maybe if they drop their prices, people would slowly get into this.
It's going to be a pretty big difference. When Transformers is going to come out, it's going to be around, let's say, $30 for a regular. HD or Blu-ray will be somewhere around 40, maybe 45. The technology is still kind of brand new, that people are still kind of deciding whether they even want Blu-ray or HD at all. I mean, yeah, it is a better picture, better sound than normal, but people are still kind of, in my opinion, are still undecided about which way to go.
For Neil, having his Xbox 360 play HD DVDs is a plus.
Actually, you know, it's a huge difference. When I watched a DVD and then jumped into HD DVD, it was a huge difference. Like, my eyes just kind of widened up and I just noticed a lot more clarity. Actually, once you go HD DVD, you don't go back. Regular DVDs just look really crappy. It's like watching color TV for the very first time, right? So HD DVDs are pretty much my standard now. I can't watch anything else.
Whether it's Blu-ray or HD DVD, you'll get high-quality sound and high-quality video. Now the question is, When will the world adapt to this new technology?
Wow. Blu-ray versus HD DVD. It's all so clear to me now.
That's good. So let's switch gears now and move into the area of sports.
Danny Rose has a fun story about the slow pitch baseball team that could. They went from underdog to top dog. Let's take a look.
The pitching wasn't the only thing that was slow in this softball league. So was the rise of this young local team from last place to second place in the finals. From the first pitch of the season, the odds were against them. Not a team you would bet your life savings on. They had very little experience, very little skill, and had never played together as a team before. Constant errors such as ball drops, missed catches, overthrows, and just general blunders kept haunting them. That, coupled with the very poor hitting and running, kept them at the low end of the league's lineup. Combined with these, you figure in their pitching record, which combined the fewest strikeouts with the most walks in the league, and it was a recipe for disaster.
I guess it was pretty uphill. Like, we lost the first, 10 games, and then team's starting to get going and starting to win some games. And I guess we're in the playoffs now, so doing pretty good.
We had Leroy and Gamer pitching first, and they struggled pretty badly. They were walking a lot of guys, so I stepped on the mound and was able to throw strikes, and it's all gone from there, I guess.
Mid-season, half the team had given up and quit due to low morale and poor sportsmanship. The remaining members decided to overhaul anything they could think of to get back on track. New members like Shelly Hanna and Thomas Tryon were brought into the team to make up for the players who had left and make sure that there were at least enough members to continue playing in the league.
To join the team mid-season, it felt great because I hadn't been playing for actually a couple of months, so I wanted to get back out and play baseball because it's my favorite sport. I have enjoyed playing with the team. It's been a very interesting experience playing with new people, and it's awesome to play with friends.
They created a new batting lineup and switched up their pitchers. Phil Gray was brought in to take the place of Leroy D'Souza and Jeff Anhorn, and from the moment these changes took effect, their impact was visible.
Phil, he started off playing shortstop, and then he ended up going into pitcher, and he's stepped it up huge for us and playing really good.
I felt good, actually. I struck a few people out, and I was able to hit the plate more, and we were able to get the defensive positions in order.
We got a pretty good shot making it championships.
If you don't make the playoffs, you can never win the championship. So we're here, we've won 2 in a row, and we're looking forward to going all the way to the ship.
The team had a new spirit and vigor. They started hitting and scoring, the errors stopped, and the team was back in the game. They brought themselves back with a 10-game winning streak and slid into the playoffs, where they went on to beat 5 of the 6 teams in the league to come in second place. Even though they didn't come in first place, they knew that they had accomplished something and will be back again next season with the experience, skill, and heart it takes to be number 1.
The American pastime known as baseball.
Wait, let me guess. You've got some kind of repressed memory about baseball?
Nope, not really.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Well, moving right along.
Anyway, wait, seriously, baseball's like the most dangerous sport of all time.
I guess.
I'm telling you, the ball comes so fast and so furious.
Wait, you're afraid of the ball?
Afraid of what? I crushed the ball, but I took out a little kid in the process.
Yikes.
He was all right. It only took him like 20 minutes to get off the field, but yeah. Anyway, I digress. Daniel Rose's story was nice to hear.
You know what else is better to talk about?
Got nothing.
Well, Mark does. And I'm going to introduce a segment called What's Cool. It's about a segment where we look into the coolest trends and things like that. So we are going to feature a story from Mark about Guitar Hero.
Seriously, I had a chance to actually watch some people play the game, and I'm telling you, it was intense. Let's see if the Journal's own Mark Bullock has the chops for Guitar Hero.
Hey guys, this is MB reporting for the Journal. Today I'm going to be showing you what's cool. And what's cool right now is Guitar Hero 2 for the PlayStation 2. And it's not just me that thinks it's cool. Take a look at these guys.
Guitar Hero 2 is a musical video game developed by Harmonix Music Systems and published by Red Octane. It was first released for the PlayStation 2 in November of 2006, and then for the Xbox 360 in April 2007, with the additional content not originally on the PlayStation 2 version.
We're standing here with Rob Dwyer, a fan of Guitar Hero 2. Would you even say you're a fan of Guitar Hero 2?
Almost definitely. Me and my friends would play this game for hours, passing the guitar back and forth.
Okay, how long have you been playing the game?
Since about July. My friend, he bought the game and I had the system, so we brought
Put it together.
Yep.
What would you let them know about the game?
That it's going to take some practice and some time and effort, but once you got it down, you're going to be rocking out.
The guitar controller is key in regards to playing the game. While notes are displayed on the screen, the player must strum the guitar and hit the right notes in order to succeed and pass the game. The game features more than 40 popular licensed songs, many of them cover versions that are recorded for the game, spanning over 5 decades, from the 1960s even up to now. The PlayStation 2 version of Guitar Hero 2 can be purchased individually or in a bundle that packages the game with the cherry red Gibson SG guitar controller.
Hi guys, we're standing here with Jess, who's in the World Series of Video Games for Guitar Hero 2. When was that?
That was about 4 weeks ago, actually.
Really?
I didn't win. A 7-year-old kid won. It was kind of embarrassing, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun playing in front of everyone.
How do you get into something like that?
Just pick up the game and start playing. As long as you're good at it, show up and show off your skills.
Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock is the upcoming third installment of the Guitar Hero series. The third game will feature music from Santana, Pearl Jam, and even Metallica. The game will also feature a boss round against legendary guitar player Slash from Guns N' Roses. This game is due out at the end of October and will sell for about $60 Canadian.
And what would you rate the game out of 10?
13.
13?
Yeah.
Just 13?
Ish.
Yeah. So if you could recommend this game to somebody, what would you tell them?
I would say you don't need to know how to play guitar to play the game. You don't need to have played video games before. It's just a really, really awesome game. Go for it.
There you have it, guys. That was Guitar Hero 2 for the PlayStation 2. A great game for anybody who likes music or guitar playing. Even if you don't play guitars, it'll be great for you. I'm MB for the Journal, signing out.
So we just found out about the latest in video games. Now let's take a look at the greatest in video games. I'm talking about the classics.
Nice.
You remember them, right, Deb?
Totally. You got games like Super Mario Brothers, Asteroid, Tetris.
Those are classics.
What was your favorite?
Well, I'll have to say Pac-Man. What about you?
Seriously? Nah, Super Mario Brothers 3 all the way.
That's okay. That's
yeah,
all right.
whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Jess Palmer decided to do some digging and find out what stores still sell these vintage gems today.
Remember those old video games we all used to play, like Mario Brothers and Mortal Kombat? Video games have consumed our culture since the Atari in the 1980s. For over 20 years, gamers have continued to purchase the newest and hottest video games, such as Grand Theft Auto and Halo. All those games on the newer systems, like PS2 and Xbox, have better graphics. There's something still appealing about the simplicity of the retro games we played during childhood. This is the first game I ever played and beat back in 1993. Though this game is now two-dimensional, has a thin plot, and hasn't the ability to save data, I still love this old thing. It's a fact that many people love to play their old favorite games. Why? Nostalgia? The fact that it's part of a series? Why don't we explore it some more? So, how long have you worked here?
3 years.
What made you want to work here?
Video games, obviously.
Why do you think that customers come here and want to purchase old games?
Some people just want to get a blast from the past.
It would also be because some old games are part of a series that are attached to newer games?
Yeah. So, like Final Fantasy, it's like from the Super Nintendo and it goes all the way to PS2.
You sell also the, not just the games but the equipment as well, right? Yeah. So, so you got a good selection here. So what if you wanted to find a game you once loved as a child? Where would you go to find it? I went on a search to try and find Pokemon Red. You guys don't have Pokemon Red, do you? No. Alright. Thanks. No luck. Even with alternative methods, it may still be difficult finding these old games. Some places where people can look for old games are garage sales, consignment stores, pawn shops, and of course the internet. Interestingly, there are several sites like Amazon and eBay that are dedicated to fans of retro games. That could be a good place to start your search. It's no doubt that people forever appreciate the older games they played years ago, no matter how bad the gameplay or graphics may be. It's a fact that in addition to the awesome game engines today's games have, its predecessors still have a sentimental value, which makes the gaming experience that more enjoyable. Like this, which spawned a lot of the famous GTA games that you see today, such as GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City. So for now, I think I'm going to get back to playing this. What can I say? It's a classic, and I hope you enjoyed this piece of the Center's Journal, and I wish you luck to find your own favorite game. Have a good one.
Wow, those games brought back a lot of childhood memories.
They sure did. Are they still making the Pokemon games?
I believe so.
When did they first come out?
I think 1998.
98? And they're still making them. Why?
Of course, that's the highest selling video game of all time.
Whatever. You have to give the people what they want, I suppose.
I guess.
Yeah. You can't really argue with that.
You really can't.
So, we've seen everything from sports and technology to video games and homeschooling.
And we met some cool people.
Totally. Two totally different individuals from different walks of life.
Okay.
Way cool.
So now it's time for my favorite part of the show, the live performance.
The part of the show you've been totally waiting for.
How you doing, Farbud?
Chilling, man. How about you?
Good.
Cool.
So tell us a little bit about you and your music.
All right, well, right now I'm currently working on my second album titled Lyrical Resurrection. And it's basically, the name explains itself. I'm going to be doing a lot of story tracks, political tracks, angry music. I'm bringing back that raw hip-hop that everyone likes, that 1995 stuff we like, that Tupac, Big L, Immortal Technique, angry hip-hop. Basically, I'm just resurrecting it, man. That's what I do.
So what do you think about the state of hip-hop right now?
That shit is dead. For real. Right now I turn on the TV, I watch Much Music, BET, I want to barf on the ground when I see all these guys like Young Jeezy, T.I., all these. They don't know what they're saying. They have no lyrical talent. They probably, write their rhymes in a coloring book, It's retarded. I'm sick of it, and I'm just bringing back that lyrical talent, something you want to hear, something real, something that speaks to your heart. That's what I do, lyrical
So you're going to
resurrection.
perform for us right now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do a little.
What are you going to perform?
It's a track on my upcoming album called World War III, so it's political. A lot of people might not like what I'm saying, but it's my opinion about how I feel about, politics.
Okay, so we'll just get out of your way, let you do your thing.
Thank you. Okay. One shot in your head, you drop and you're dead. War is always on my mind as I hop into bed. A big battle, not many gonna stay on. Hey, yo, it's World War III, put your war face on. Hey, yo, it's World War III, get your shotty prepared. Our planet's burning down, man, nobody cares. Nations get attacked, blood and tears in Iraq. Men in body bags and God ain't bringing them back. They ready, we don't see the government wait. Sun's getting cold, our love's covered by hate. The leaders don't care what we killing for. Don't think we need guns for this nuclear war. Bombs drop down, it's hard to stop now. And bodies gon' drop in the blocks and towns. All I see is dead Arabs and a few dead Jews. And peace is just something that they'll never get to. We're little toy soldiers and lots of us die as God watches our moves from the top of the sky. The world's gonna end, no one's enjoying laughter. Grab your guns and look for those that you're going after. Hey yo, they want the oil, they'll start burning the land. They bullies, damn, don't know if you heard of them, man. They murdering man, shit, they some evil guys. Fucking the world and playing with our people. people's lives. We're all controlled. Can't even curse on the phone, 'cause they go and break in and start searching your home. Shit, nobody know if they want to kill us or help us. And Islam has given up, so they blow themselves up and hope to kill a few troops. You call this a war? There ain't WMDs. Why you brawling for? US want Iraq, Iran want Jews off the map. Love and peace is something that me and you lack. Big bombs in the belly, biased news on the telly. Please help me, God, 'cause I'm living in hell, B. Can't tell a date for war, but I'm ready tonight. We gotta kill to live. Is everyone ready to fight? Bush will get fucked up when he see God, or he'll get fucked up by Ahmadinejad. Leave him alone, man. He protecting the country, while Mr. George W. was rejecting the hungry. Election is coming, but ain't feeling the switch. I hate Obama and I hate that Hillary bitch. All leaders are crooks, all stealing the chips. Ain't proving a shit, yo. They just moving their lips. They sold their souls. They don't know they roles. Let's burn the paper and break our remote controls. Hate politicians. All they want is money. I don't give a shit, man. That shit is really funny. Yo, it's World War III. This ain't a world for me. So get ready, motherfucker. This is World War III. Happy Face Killer, Lyrical Resurrection. Cop that shit, man. Shout outs to JR, Believe, Habibi, Johnny Depp. All my boys, man. Scar Town.
Nice. Well, that's all we have for the show today. Thanks for joining us on The Journal.
And a special thanks to Happy Face Killer for joining us. My name's Chris. This is Deb. Join us again next week for another episode of The Journal.
Much love.